What's going on, guys? It is the Tac Dolphin PB back again, and today I thought I'd take a little change from the normal gameplay and clips and funny moments and stuff, and thought I'd do some commentary for you guys. Some like little tips and tricks for new players or mag-fed players and stuff like that. Just to give some people a little bit more help out there and hopefully get you a few more kills. So let's get right into the video. Most importantly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those bells so you guys know when I upload my next YouTube video. Alright, so here we are, we're in Sin City playing at Barrie Paintball, and we're going to grab this upstairs area. We were doing it just that this building was the only second story you could be in and everything else was ground floor. So we wanted to try and get good control of it. We have my guy checking there. We'll see, I'm signaling back to my teammates to let them know that we have control of the building, because there's nothing worse than getting all this ground control and then getting eliminated by your own teammates. So you can see I'm making sure that everyone knows, because just because one teammate knows, not everyone's going to realize. So here, I'm just going ahead checking out all my buildings underneath me.
There's
obviously checking if anyone pushed up. Just a lot of communication with my teammates, which is definitely one of the more important things that you guys should be doing, making sure you talk to your teammates, because I don't know how many times I've been out there that people are like, especially for newer people, they're a lot more quiet, but you have to make your voice known out there. It is the most important thing, and it makes things go by a lot easier, especially in case scenarios where you see someone and if you don't call it out and someone's pushing up on your teammate, you're just gonna end up putting your team at a disadvantage. So one of the main things is communication. You see here, I'm making sure I know who's around me, talking to them, we're making plans, moving along, and you can always see I'm making sure I follow him just in case if I need to trade.
Right on this edge right here.
As you can see, he's staying nice and low. It's exactly what you want to do. And playing this map enough, I know that there are people always down there, and I know what angles I can shoot from, so I'm shooting at them. Again, just letting my teammates know that I'm behind them, just to make sure. You can see, I took a quick peek, see there's a couple people. And again, for mag-fed players, you want to make sure your guns aren't jamming, because that's the one little downside to mag-fed, but you get used to it. So there, I'll swap out. And one of the great tips I can give to mag-fed players is, if you're trying to see for a gun jam, don't try and peek. Shoot at the ground once, it's one shot. Make sure you're good. Again, a little bit more communication. Just making sure we check out everything. I know that we have a lot of control here. We're basically at the 50-yard line, for those of you that know what that is. Basically 50-yard line, for those who don't know, is basically we're just right down the middle of the field. We're at the halfway point of it. So we want to try and keep it, and in a little bit you'll see that I'm trying to check all these windows, because the hard part about this map is on that side. It's very dark, and you're not going to be able to see as many people, so we're just trying to take control as much as possible. And you can see we're all just going ahead, everyone's holding their angles, doing what they're supposed to, just making sure I'm looking out for my teammates.
Hold that angle,
Yeah, so we're just going to keep on going down the stairs. You can see I have a whole group of guys here, and they're going to end up going forwards and give them direction. They're going to realize that there's actually someone to the left there, which we're going to keep in mind for later. And obviously they're all grouped up, and one of the main things is do not stay in a giant group. I'm just going to hop through the window here, and that's another thing, know your boundaries, okay? You can see I'm going to move up here and see if he's pink. I'm going to call out to him. But you want to make sure that you know what your boundaries are. I know I'm a bigger guy, very tall, but I still know I can jump through all these windows, no problem. For someone who's a little bit smaller, or it might be a harder time, I wouldn't recommend it, just because you could end up falling, your mask could fall off, or something can happen. That's not what you want to do. Do what you can do. There's no point in pushing yourself or the limit for a game of paintball. It's just for fun. It's a sport. So you'll see I see this guy gets hit here, and I'm just gonna take it slow and judge it. And I thought I could get through here to get a different angle, but I choose not to do it just because it's a really weird angle, and I'm gonna fall back to the bank here and see some teammates, let my teammates know what is happening, because there's nothing worse than walking into something blindly. If I let these people know, especially these guys are a little bit newer, but at least letting them know those small details of there's guys in that corner, there's one, there's two, it gives them a better judgment to handle the situation how they want. So here, I'm just going to take a quick little peek. Going to see that guy's there. I don't know if I think that was a teammate, I'm pretty sure. But I just chose not to engage it because it's going to be a really awkward fight.
Right
I know I have two guys up here.
There's
Again,
two.
Communication. See right there, I told him I know people are in the corner. What does he do? He relays that information back to me, so we're both on the same page. And as you can see here, it's a very big map here, and again, those guys are all the way across the field. I'm letting them know I'm A, friendly, and B, that there's two people on this side. Because if you remember from earlier, that when we were pushing on that right side, we actually ended up getting pushed back because they were getting shot by someone. So letting them know there's two, again, my teammates are giving me information, I'm taking that information, it's going to help me out. And we're just going to judge it, I'm just peeking with my head, just because I'm just going for relay information. Usually you want to be a lot smarter with your peeks, where this guy is right here, he has a fantastic angle, because A, it's a right-handed peek that he can go, and he has high ground. Whereas where I'm peeking on an off angle, which I have to turn all the way over for you can see, and that leaves a lot of my body exposed. So
I'm gonna go down and try and.
when you're doing your peeks, you want to make sure that you want to minimize as much
swing down. There's one
of your
more
body
holding the
peeking
corner.
as
We got
possible.
two out.
So here, I know we have a little bit of ground control because I had those two guys in the bank, and I decided to go back down to try and re-engage this fight. So I'm gonna head peek, and then I see I wanted to suppress these guys down a bit, so I took a few shots at them. They know where I am, and I know that one of them is behind that barrel. So here, I'm gonna hop through the window and get a reload in, check my right, just make sure. Then I'm gonna go here, peek, see that the one guy's out, don't shoot him. Gonna move up slowly, again, slowly peeking it. And again, mag hood players, you want to be precise. You're not spraying.
You're good.
3 shots gets it done. Gonna check that little underpass. So I got him in the hand. Gonna move up, and again, right here we're gonna peek. 2 shots, and we got it. Again, if you remember, that was the guy that ended up stopping that push on that wide side.
Pink.
So just knowing
we're
that
good.
part helped me win those 2 gunfights. So again, I talked to my teammates, make sure that they were all good, and they knew that I had cleared that section. But again, that whole round and the reason why we won it was all based off communication, and also if you remember, all my teammates knew there was 2 people there. I knew from before that there was people on that side, so I knew there had to have been at least one more, because I saw that one guy walk out from when I was shooting down the line and saw that he was out, so that was my first person. Knew that there was another person there, took my second one, and then I obviously also end up getting my third kill there. So then here we're just going to be going through the building. This is a little look that you can see of how dark it really is inside these buildings and why it's so hard. So I end up going in here with my pistol, and we're just going ahead clearing. This guy ends up getting shot out, which I believe was the last person. So I'm just gonna go hug this corner because I wanted him to leave, just so I'm holding it, because obviously there could be more people. Realize that these guys are all pink.
I think we're good.
And as you can see, our whole team is in the building, just because we all cleared it out. But that's all based off of teamwork and everything, because as you remember, way before, we had those guys over there on that far side, and they were slowly clearing it, and they ended up clearing their whole side of the building, which was overall just perfect. Overall, by everyone, we had a really good round, And yeah, so some of the main key things that were important to that round were obviously communication, making sure that everyone was filled in the gap, everyone knew what was happening, no one was left out, making sure your teammates know what areas are covered. So again, we were starting at R25, we had all those buildings, and we ended up getting the 50. As we remember, that's our halfway point. So by going back in and letting everyone know that we had that building, everyone knows that we have a certain amount of area covered. And once you get past that 50 line, you're going to have to be a little bit more cautious. Again, another thing, making sure you check your angles. You want to, as I like to say, slice the pie. You want to go through your angle one little bit at a time, clearing it all out. And as you saw, that actually ended up getting me a kill, because I was able to go, I peeked over to the left, took a few shots, and ended up securing 2 kills there. So yeah, but yeah, so that was just a little, trying an attempt at doing a little commentary over some gameplay. So let me know what you guys think, or even if you guys have any footage that you guys want to submit to me, I will go ahead and review it on the channel as well if you want. Let you know what you're doing right, let you know what you're doing wrong, because at the end of the day, we all want to improve and have a great time. This has been your boy, the Dak Dolphin. I'll see you next time.